What is going on, YouTube world? Semi-different mail. They wanted to compress all the stuff I got that isn't really sports card related into a video, just not to have the usual hodgepodge. Maybe different eyes see it, maybe different eyes say, hey, you know what, that's not for me. I don't give a shit about physical media. Don't care. I care, but I don't. This way you don't have to bore yourself with looking for cards, because there will not be any in this video. As you can tell by the title, three main components of this video: literature, digital video discs, and get your sampling stations out and your scratching stations, because there's going to be some records in there. And we'll save that for last, because that is the best. You can see off camera, I slide it on camera, more so. That is the stack of digital video discs that I think are all new within the last X amount of months, I think. One of them is just, the fucking thing is crumbling to pieces, which I may show that first and put it in the retirement home. Because so probably go through those second, because I got two books. One I got two copies, and I gave to the guy in town, watches Mystery Science Theater. I don't know if he'll watch it or read it or not, but it's of TV's Frank Conniff. 25 Mystery Science Theater, 3,000 films that changed my life in no way whatsoever. And I will give you a moment so I don't get no glare on there. The curtain in the window is just open a crack so you see the light. But pause it and read at your leisure. Nice part about both copies too, they were autographed by him. Again, to someone else, which isn't exactly ideal, but for the price and just for the pure necessity to have in the collection, about $10 for that. You can't beat that. And then another one that I picked up a good while back. A Year at the Movies, One Man's Film-Going Odyssey by Mystery Science Theater 3000's Kevin Murphy, who in the second iteration after Joel and a lot of the original cast leave, Trace Bulow, Frank, I think who else left. It was him and you can picture him. Jim Mallon, I think, stayed on, played Gypsy, but a little thicker book. Fortunately, you get the whatever the QR code on back. I'm sure for wherever I got it from. And then on here too. I wish my name was Ray, but not today. He has signed it, so again, those I know were under $20 delivered. Where yes, people have found better ones at thrift shops, but since there's no real thrift shop around here of significance where I'm going to find something of that ilk, I will have to go to the internet machine and go on there and peruse. Here's, again, I gotta, sure somewhere along the way I can find a different, hopefully DVD holder. Man, this thing's just torn to fucking hell. Always with the 80s horror. Two on here, two discs in here, Hell of the Living Dead and Nightmare City. And again, this thing is just literally I mean, this And there goes the spine of that. So, again, going to be looking for a new case, obviously, but I'm trying to think which. I saw one of these, and I don't remember which one I watched. But it led me to go acquire it quite quickly, just because it was a fairly cheap purchase. So, happy with that. Even though the case is destroyed. Some of these are going to be... Nope, these next two are ones I've talked about previously. I think on the IRP maybe. Every Tuesday night at 7:35 p.m.-ish. Central Standard Time. This one was Drenched in Blood. It's a 4-movie old school DVD. One movie on each side. So you got 2 discs. A huge case for it, which is completely not needed. But this one has Fungicide, Gargoyles, Devil's Moon, and Tales of Terror. And the reason I got it was Fungicide, which was recommended to me by a coworker. Because he said he saw way back when he was a youth, maybe 12, 13, and fortunately he didn't mention to me before I watched it. I said, how much did you get through? He's like, well, maybe like 5 minutes. It's okay. I watched the whole thing. You have to watch it now. Think of being a project. If you got a school, it's got like, let's say, a couple hundred kids graduating in each class. Let's say you got to do some sort of science/English project. Probably more on the English side. You got to make a film. And your film will probably be better quality than Fungicide. But I got it for that reason, because I watched it and I'm like, that's brutal. So it's in the collection now. This one I talked about. I think on the IRP as well. Avert your eyes from the abnormally large nipples. Suburban Sasquatch. The premise of this film is a Sasquatch is terrorizing folks because of development is going on. Moving houses out into the woods and disrupting its habitat. There's one killing scene in there where, if you look up Suburban Sasquatch, go fishing scene. I'm at a loss for words. It is that good. It's also available, just like Fungicide, I believe, on the Tubi app. Tubi. Free movies, free shows of that ilk. So go check it out. You won't be disappointed. Another one I've talked about many moons. I finally just bit the bullet. I bought the video probably back in 97, 98 from like an FYE for like $5. So this many years later, I finally buy the DVD for probably 12, 13 bucks. The Frankie Avalon place. On the front it says it's better than, but I don't know if these are truths from somebody who isn't of their right mind. The Stone Age. Crump's Chicks. Tack, that's awesome. Tack is just, I think his name is, it's got the same name. Joe and Hubs. A couple of guys there. The Blue Torpedo, that's the car. It's, again, if you haven't seen it, I'm not buying stuff that I won't watch myself. Found this on eBay dirt cheap. I was happy because it wasn't on the RiffTrax site, and every other copy was priced way too much. I watched the movie on YouTube, or they're riffing on YouTube. This is a live performance, like you have in a theater, and there's some new jokes and whatever. It's great. It's great. It's brutal CGI on top of brutal acting. Supposedly last year they're coming out with Birdemic 3, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of it. Would like to though. Rare timed about a newer ROH DVD compilation. It's very cheap on an alternative buying site. Matt Taven. And This Is My Kingdom. A plethora, as the kids would say, of matches on this 2-disc DVD. Love him and Mike Bennett when they were the original Kingdom, and then Bennett left, and now he's back, so that's good. I don't believe with ROH, but with Impact. The last DVD I needed, I won't go through every detail of all these acquisitions, but if you see a Ring of Honor DVD, it's something I needed to fill in the old collection. This was the last one I needed for 02. I mean, they started in, I think, August of 02 or June or July of 02. So basically, a year plus after WCW had folded up shop in March of 01. Give a chance to pause and look at the card of Young Briscoe there. Here's one from May 13th, 05. Danielson and Homicide on the cover. Jamie Noble in there, and Samoa Joe as well. The Final Showdown. Good chance to pause and look at the card on the back. Let's see if this is loose. No. Their way of doing things, I like the snap case, but it also allows for a little movement there. Not thrilled with that. Amityville, The Evil Escapes, another Riff Tracks DVD. Just try to button up the collection there. 03, this was another bigger purchase for Ring of Honor stuff, just because the price never really came down. And to pay more than I wanted, but again, it's Cornette, which I love Cornette. So Wrath of the Racket, one of the only few that I listen. I won't say listen to his podcast. I pop it on YouTube, and I'll listen to the bits and pieces, stuff that interests me. This is August 9th, 2003. See Christopher Daniels, Dan Maff, AJ Styles, and Homicide on the front. On the back, I can't even tell who that is. Looking through all the folks. It's not BJ Whitmer. Cornette, obviously, with the mic in his hand. A ladder match. It looks like some ladder spot, and then I don't know. It looks like Roosh of current Ring of Honor / AEW fame, but give you a moment to pause and examine the card at hand. Death Before Dishonor 3 during the summer of Punk 2005 with Austin Aries on front, 2-disc set. Again, another one. I've got a lot of the Punk stuff from that summer. I am a Spillbrook Brooks wrestling fan. I can differentiate like a semi-normal human being. I can say this guy is a great performer or a great actor, and I don't have to look at the personal side of him. But there's a look at the card on back. Glory by Honor, the original one. September 20th, 2003. Terry Funk, Phil Brooks, CD, and Samoa Joe. And it's in Philadelphia, so you know there's probably a lot of blood on there. I don't think that's Jimmy Rave. I don't know. It's not Stryker. It's not Sabin, Carino, or Raven. I don't think it's Teddy Hart either. Not Xavier or John Walters, so. I didn't have this one. Had to get it. 35 for MST3K. Picked up the movie. Which I think I've got the flip case that it flips over here and opens up. I didn't have that version though. Round Robin 3. Round Robin Challenge, the third one. From May 15th, 2004. Punk, Maff, the Briscoes, BJ Whitmer, and Colt Cabana on the cover. On the back, I have no idea. It's not Spanky, I know that. I know my boy Brian Kendrick, but it's not him. But I'll let you pause. Check out the card. See if it's something of interest to you. Battle of St. Paul. April 27th, 07. This is usually when they came down for Ring of Honor, the end of April. Don't anymore, obviously, which sucks, because Mike and I would meet up usually down there. It'd be a good getaway, end of winter, just try to do something, get out of the cold. Morishima versus Aries, and then Strong versus CD. Obviously on the cover. Homicide. I think it's Delirious in the back. I don't know if that's Alice in Danger and Sarah Del Rey on the bottom. I can't tell the Japanese component of that quadrant. Here's some footage there. This means War 2. A couple weeks prior to that, April 13th, 07. Chris Hero. Morishima against Nigel McGuinness. Dougie Williams. Love those two. Yeah, I wish it would. McGuinness would have had a bigger opportunity. I hated his stuff in TNA. I was hoping to get more. You just keep the character and continue on, but he didn't. And then he had some pretty serious stomach issues that derailed his career. So disappointing, but it's wrestling. That's the sad part. It always seems to happen that way. This one, keep that one out, so it's nicked up enough. A Final Countdown 7. I think this was the last of Danielson in Ring of Honor. End of September 09. The back. Give you a better shot of the old card there. Put that off to the side. 38 for MST3K. I know I do have 2 or 3 more downstairs, but one was the season 11 on Netflix, and I did look through a box and I found I had different variants, so I've got those. And one other, I think, DVD. Well, that can be the next video. I knew I'd forget something. Rising Above, 08, 11/22/08. McGuinness and Danielson, Aries and Jacobs. The bottom's probably another match of severe consequence and quality. Zane and Steen against the Briscoes. So, again, not a super deep card like some of these other ones, but quality nonetheless. Final Battle 03. Great Muta appears in this one. this one was early on. Punk, the final chapter, his last fight in Ring of Honor, August 13th, 05. So, very happy to get all those. Always trying to get more. I've got my list through, I think, 09. Of Ring of Honor, and I need to get that through like 11, I think. Really to feel like I'm gonna forge ahead super strong with that, which I still will, but I'd like to knock off probably 25% of that this year. I mean, I haven't made a goals video yet. I will at some point by the end of the month there. Records. You say what? Of course, I wish it was unopened. I think it's, maybe it is. But usually on the top, that was like a promotional copy when they did that. They punched the hole in the back of the CD. But this is one from what? 71. And then all these were like literally dirt cheap, obviously, because it's Dickie Lee. And the last two even got a note on there. Saying they're scratched. And I got them for, I don't know, $4. And of course, number 1, Patches. That's the song. I implored you to listen if you do enjoy music on a level deeper than a beat or the artist. Where at the time there wasn't artists singing about like suicide, and there was always a teen angst with love and love lost. This deals with it on a much deeper level and deeper subject, and I had just go listen, even if you have to have one of the videos, have the lyric videos or whatever, listen to it. It is very good. A lot of folks didn't, and the business didn't want it on the radio due to those lyrics, so it didn't get the play and the recognition, and he hasn't gotten the accolades and adulation he should. So my small channel, you do, Dickie Lee. Mostly because I've had to hear your songs at my store for the past 18, 19 years. And whenever they come on, very happy with them. Whenever they don't come on, not very happy. So again, Physical Media, out of the way. As the Patches won't hit the dirt. So again, enjoy. If you got Ring of Honor stuff and you're trying to move it, let me know. Always, we'll take a peek at it. So, hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't, don't care. IRP every Tuesday night, 7:35 p.m. Central Standard Time-ish, on the YouTube channel of the same name.